Hi everyone, we're going to go over the practice for 310. And again, this is problem solving. You're drawing a picture and writing a number sentence to go with it. As I go through these with you to find either the sum or the difference for each of these problems, most of these are going to be on your own that you're finding the answer. But we're going to go through and we are going to read through the problems and highlight important information. And then you guys will have to go into the next step, which is actually solving the problem. Okay? So the directions say, the table below shows the areas of the smallest countries in the world. So over here, you guys, is the table that you're going to be using. Okay? So you're going to use this to fill in the blank of some of these problems. So number one, how many square miles greater is Maldives than San Marino? So they're giving you, well, actually, let's go back to the problem. So I see a big van, which means you're going to be comparing and subtracting because the van means you're going to subtract. So they give you 116 square miles as the in all, which is the Maldives. So here's your 116, but then you have 24, which I'm guessing that is the San Marino. Yep, 24 square miles. So you're going to be subtracting the big number minus one a little. And if you want to just remind yourself, because you're going to go back and do this problem on your own, put a little subtraction sign over to the side so that you know, okay, this is a comparison problem and you're going to be subtracting. Okay, let's go down to number two. Draw a picture, draw a diagram to show how to find the difference between the areas of Liechtenstein and San Marino. Use your diagram to solve the problem. So you're going to be looking at Liechtenstein and you're going to be looking at San Marino. So if you go over to your lovely table, you're going to be looking at Liechtenstein and San Marino. Okay. Difference. Most of us can remember that difference is another subtraction problem. Now, don't make this into a big deal because year after year, people make the diagram into be a big deal. All you do is make a long rectangle with a line in the middle. If you want to do the line on the top, the in all, sometimes I remember seeing this back when I taught second grade, where it was like a little box that was up here that had the in all number in it. You can do that as well. Don't make it hard or difficult. It's a diagram. You're just making a big rectangle. Now, since it is a difference problem, you should know what the in all is and one of the boxes. It's a subtraction problem, okay? So you're going to know the in all number, the in all number, and then one of the parts, okay? We're going to the next one. Granada is 15 square miles greater than Maldives. What is the area? Okay, so they gave us the area of the Maldives, and then they gave us the area of Granada. If you have two numbers down on the bottom, this is going to be an addition problem because they're not giving you the in all. In all, if they give you the in all, it's subtraction. If they don't give you the in all, it's going to be addition. So, look down here. There were 237 students. I'm going to highlight that or underline it. at Johnson Elementary School. There are 188 students at Hoover Elementary School. How many more? Da 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 da. There's a key word. Two keywords. Students are at Johnson than at Hoover. Well, I remember many more. There's a key phrase. And then that means subtraction. So, again, you have the in all. You have one of the parts. You subtract the big one minus the little one to find out what goes in that other part. The last problem that we have is they're wanting to write a real world problem that you can solve by adding or subtracting. Then give your problem to a classmate to solve. I would, before I get started just trying to make up a problem, I would start with a diagram and figure out, what are you going to do? Is it going to be a subtraction problem or is it going to be an addition problem? You can use some of these up here and make them your own if you want to, or you can make up your own. So I went ahead and I made my part. Didn't make my whole yet, but you don't have. I think us as teachers, we would like you to do a triple digit problem. So just make up any number. So maybe my whole is 200. And I'm not going to make it completely easy peasy and go 100. But maybe I make one of my parts, it's going to be, how about 40? So I already know it's going to be a subtraction problem because I'm using the whole and I'm using one of the parts, okay? So now what I need to do is I need to come up with a problem to go along with my diagram that I created. I think this might be easier than having to just wing it and come up with your own real world problem. So I would start with something like this. Of course, you don't have to use 200. You don't have to use 40. You can make up your own problem. Also, you don't have to start with the whole number. You could make an addition problem and go ahead and put the two numbers in the parts. It's totally up to you. Okay? If you're stumped, if you can't think, like real world problem, I don't know, go back and use one of the problems that's up here and just make it your own. So you could say, there are 200 students at Leawood Elementary. There are 40 students at Lincoln Elementary School. How many more students are at Leawood than at Lincoln? Okay, totally made that up. I just changed out the numbers. I changed out the schools, but I made it my own. So you guys can do things like that too and come up with your own problem. Okay? So good luck. If you have any questions, just ask your teacher when you get back into the classroom. Okay. Bye bye.